Hello and welcome to my channel, Beauty Treasure Hunters. My name's Michelle. I am a makeup artist and a lash artist, and I will be 55 in a few weeks now. And today I'm going to give you a dupe for the new Natasha Denona Hy-Glam Foundation and the Natasha Denona Concealer. And here it is. Can you believe it? It's Wet n Wild. It's the skin tint, but don't click off now. You gotta wait and see how it turns out and see what the dupe for the concealer is. I'm not going to show you that yet. Okay, getting started today. I already have my Biore sunscreen on, and I also have some CeraVe tinted sunscreen just around the perimeter. And I'm going to start off priming my eyelids with this Morphe cream shadow in the color Debut. Been really liking this. It's smooth, but not too wet, not too sticky. It's kind of like Goldilocks. It's just right. It's in the Goldilocks zone for me. I've also been enjoying putting on just a little bit on my lower lash line, not as an under eye concealer, but just as a way to get that shadow to stay on better, that I use for a liner sometimes. And if you look online, this color Debut is not the lightest one. There is a lighter one. I can't remember what it's called right now, but this one ends up to be a lot like the MAC Painterly paint pot for eyeshadow today. I'm going to use this 1111 palette by ColourPop. If you see 1111, and I'm doing this today because I woke up the other night to use the bathroom and it was 1111 on the clock. They say that means you're on the right path. If you believe in all that numerology stuff, I just think it's cute. And I love these colors. So I'm going to start off. There's not really a color to set with, so I'm going to start with the one up here that is called Good Thoughts. And it looks like a pretty good set color. It's a little bit darker than what I use for a color to set my primer. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Lucky Babe. So far, this is all very subtle. Okay, now I'm going to go in with, it's called Right Path. It's brown, but it also has a little rosy tint to it. I think I'm also going to take that under the lower lash line. I like to, for the corners, kind of dig in right into the corner with kind of a fatter pencil brush and just do circles. Still think this side is a little darker. Okay, now there's a really dark brown shade at the bottom called Empowered. Don't you like these names? And I'm going to use that on above my eye, but close to the lash line. Kind of blend that up into what I already have. And the reason I do this is because my eyes are unevenly hooded, and so Let's see how much lid real estate is showing on each side, and it's uneven. But if I darken it up, it's harder to tell that they're uneven. And I'm going to get a smaller pencil brush, and I'm going to use this really pretty coppery color called Reflect. I'm going to put a little bit of it underneath. It's hard to tell. It's just a very subtle sparkle. So I'm going to go in with my finger. Ooh, look at that. And then right at the center. I think I'll also, since I have so much left over, I'll do inner corners. And I know I'll have to clean this up in just a minute, but hang with me. Now, other side. And if you have lots of wrinkles in your lids like I do, sometimes you have to go push up and push down to get it in there. Gonna clean up some fallout. Okay, now I'm gonna take a wipe, and I usually use baby wipes, but I got these at the Dollar Tree. They smell really nice. I like those also. Okay, now I'm gonna use the wipe. Just fold it and use an edge and go all the way underneath and sharpen up the edge. Sometimes I catch myself doing this while I'm doing it, and then I relax and everything comes down. So I got a new primer we're going to try today, the Blur On Lock by Hard Candy. This is very reasonable at Walmart. I rubbed it on my hand just a minute ago just to see what it feels like, and it is like a cross between a typical gel pore filling primer and a grippy. It's pretty interesting. So we'll see how this does today. And it is clear. All right, now here we go. I have the brand new Natasha Denona Hy-Glam Foundation. My shade is N5, and I am going to show you a wonderful dupe for that. They wear and feel just the same, and it is the Wet n Wild Niacinamide Skin Tint. And the shade for this one that matches that N5 it's called Fair Light Beige. You might just see it as light or clear, but in the description of it, it says a fair light beige. It's my absolute favorite color, so I'm going to show you the consistencies of those. Okay, this is the Natasha Denona. And this is the Wet n Wild. So you can see they're pretty close in consistency. As a matter of fact, the more I hold it up, I think my Natasha Denona is a tad darker. Still same undertone. So what I'm going to do is put the Natasha Denona on this side and the Wet n Wild on this side. It's always tricky doing half your face. I do love to blend with the warmth of my fingers. And then if it seems like too much, then I go back in usually with a sponge or a brush. And the thing about both of these is that they really do need to be set down with a little powder. They kind of don't set themselves. You can see this is nice and dewy. So if you have super duper oily skin, You might not like it. I have combo that gets a lot drier in the winter, and it feels pretty good to me. Okay, now going in with the Wet n Wild. Pat down the middle so you can see the finish on each side is very dewy. I'm going to look at my 10x mirror, see how the pores are doing. All right, let's go in with some concealer now. The reason I took the plunge and bought the new Hy-Glam is because I've always loved the Natasha Denona concealer, and mine is in the shade R2, and I have a dupe for this too. So that's the Natasha Denona side, and for the dupe, I have the new concealer by Morphe. Mine is in the shade Buff 4C. It's called the Wake Up Artist Concealer. And not only are these shades very, very close, but the formula is just spot on. Both very moisturizing, good coverage. So here we are so far. Natasha Denona and Wet n Wild and Morphe. I'm feeling kind of pale though, so let's see. I think I'm going to use the new Morphe Shape Lifter. And this one, let's see my shade, if I can see it, is Tapered. Okay. And really the only places I use this are nose and a little bit around the lips. And you know my favorite bronzer stick is this one by Milani, the Supercharged in 160, which is bronze voltage. But during the Ulta sale, I did get the Too Faced chocolate bronzer stick, and this one is in chocolate mousse. It does have a different consistency than the one I'm used to. My current favorite is a little bit more glossy than this. This is extremely creamy. I do like it. And of course it smells like chocolate. I actually like the smell of the Milani better. It also smells kind of chocolatey. Gonna use my Mange, I think, brush. I got this on Amazon. One side is nice and flat, one side is nice and tapered. I like to use the tapered side on my nose and the flat side everywhere else. You can see that this blends out very nicely. And my trick for minimizing jowls is to not go underneath them, but to kind of come up and over them and blend down. But not right there, unless you want it to look fake. Moving on to some blush, I'm going to mix some NYX Fat Cheeks in the shade Fig Fizz, which looks like this, with something a little darker that I got at Marshall's, the Deer Cloud. I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, Korean, and I have no idea what color it is. Guess that was on the other package, and it is the darker shade. So I'm gonna mix those two together, and I love to use a dense, this is a kitten paw, this is a Moda brush, got it at Walmart. Kind of mix those together. I'm gonna add in a little bit of this new Catrice cream bronzer. It is, oh, it's absolutely divine. Let me see, the shade is Desert Dune, and it's cream. Oh my goodness. It's very light, so you can really kind of go crazy with it. I'm gonna use another brush similar to that one, a dense kitten paw. This is by oh y'all, get it on Amazon. They are very reasonable and super good quality. Do not have to spend a fortune on brushes. Okay, so now we're all creamed up. Some e.l.f. Big Mood mascara on my bottom lashes. I wear sectionals on top. And my absolute favorite glue, and I've tried several for wearing multiple days, you know, getting lots of days worth of wear. This Kiss Super Stick is wonderful, and I do it in the clear because when you dip it, you've got to see where that glue is going. And when it's clear, it's white in the beginning, so you can see what you're doing. And I like ordering from the e.l.f. website because you can get like little bonus minis, which come in handy for travel. And just in trying out lots and lots of mascaras, there's really no need to get full size until you find one that you absolutely fall in love with. And I like this. Gonna talk about an eyeliner that I found. This is the Too Faced Lady Bold, and the color is Badass. The only thing I don't like about this packaging is that once you click it up, and it's a little heart, isn't that cute? Once you click it up, it's not going back down. And the other day, in trying just to get the lid off, I pulled the whole thing apart. And then when I pushed it back on, it made it come out, and then it broke off. So here's what that looks like. It's just a nice nude. Kind of goes with everything. I want to talk a little bit about a couple of new lippies. The CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Blur. It's in a stick. And this, I have no idea. Not even magnified because it's pink with white writing. I don't expect anybody to see that. But anyway, I'm going to put this on my bottom lip for now, because it feels a lot like the new NYX Squishy Matte Lip Balms. I'm going to put that on my upper. This one, see if I can read this color, Snuggle Season. So you can see these colors are almost the same, and they feel very close to the same. They are very squishy. However, I really, really want to brag on a couple of LA Colors lipsticks that I got at the Dollar Tree, and they're available right now. They're $1.25 still, I think. I'm gonna rub this off. And one is called, this one's Main Squeeze. Love this color. And the other one is very close to that. It's called Beloved. These are nice and creamy. The bottom one is just a little bit darker, a little bit more burgundy-ish, and the top one has, it is pinky, but it does have a little bit of brown. And they feel divine. They feel so good. They're very creamy. And I have to say, I like them better than the blurry lip balms. And I also haven't had very many people talk about the NYX Bling glosses. This one is what I'm going to put on, and it is in Hustler, I think. And this one is very pretty too. It's Bring the Bling, I think. It's kind of golden, but this matches better. So we're going to sparkle this up a little bit. And I like that very, very much. It's a very subtle sparkle. Let's see, and for my brows today, I'm in bad need of a brow dye. But I got this kit, this Florence by Mills. I don't know if you've seen this brand before, but this kit came with 4 items: some eye cream, a brow pencil, it's colored, a brow wax that's clear, and just a brow gel that's clear. So today I'm going to use the pencil, and it's one of those triangular shaped deals. And it did a pretty good job of covering my grays there. That's mainly what I'm concerned about with my brows. And filling in just a little bit. But a lot of pencils, when you glide over them, they're putting that color on your skin underneath. When I do a pencil, I need for it to color my actual brow hairs. If it doesn't, it's kind of pointless for me. Okay, now we'll see if this gel holds them down. To pat them down. Okay, so far so good. And I think the kit with all 4 of those products in it at Ross was like $7.99. Pretty good deal. Okay, I like that. Now I feel very dewy. I have absolutely been loving to set my under eyes with this LA Girl H2O Lock powder. It's one of those powders where when you dip your brush in and then you set it on your skin, you feel like you've dipped your brush in water and you're tapping water on. Feels lovely. So I'm going to make sure I don't have any creasing real quick. Go one last pat down. And I love a fluffy brush, a smaller one. It just makes me smile every time I put it on. Yes, it feels like I'm dabbing water on. So it sets, but it also moisturizes. It's crazy. I love it. I've ordered like 2 backups of these because I'm afraid it's just for a limited time. I'm gonna go in with some powder blush, and to match my outfit today, I have this Kat Von D in Foxglove. Here's what it looks like. It kind of looks different than when I look at it and then I look in my monitor. It's a little bit different. To do my powder blushes, I love to use just a fluffy angled brush. This one is a Profusion one, and I'm doing it just to set down the color that I already have, really. And also during the Ulta sale, I've been really wanting this for a long time, this RMS Beauty bronzer. It's in the shade Beach Walk Betty. The reason I've been wanting it is because my favorite flower bronzer, the Heat Wave in Sunrise, can't find it anymore right now. So this is normally very expensive, and I got it for half price at the Ulta sale. The 21 Days of Beauty, which is over, but keep your eyes out. And it looks like it has a sheen, but then when you put it on, you can't see a sheen, which is I don't like a shiny bronzer. I like it more matte. And I'm loving this gigantic brush that I got from a bronzer. It's a Real Techniques. It is the Real Techniques 262. And I do kind of like to go just crazy with the bronzer. Sometimes it's hard for me to get my sides even because I think my lights on each side are not quite, they're not the same. One is like a solid circle and the other one's a ring light. So I don't get to see what I've really got until I walk into another room, look in a mirror. Last two products. I am still feeling a little bit too dewy in my T-zone. And you know, I'm a sucker for hydra powders that have that moisture in them. And this one is by Pixie. It is the H2O Skin Veil Powder in Translucent. I got mine at a discount store. It's called Beals. I don't know if you're familiar with those, but I got mine for $5.99. And when I look on Amazon or on the Pixie site, it's $24. So if you'd like what this does, you might want to pick that up if you see it at a discount store. And I'm going to do the same thing. Instead of using a puff, gosh, there's one makeup artist. He's so funny. He's the one who says after you put your concealer on to, okay, don't touch it, go take a walk, go poop, go fight with your husband, but don't touch it. He's funny. But he says when the going gets tough, put down the puff and pick up your brush. And so I tried that to see what I would get. And I really like the results of this. So basically in my T-zone, a little bit over my cheeks. That's what I like about translucent powder. You can still go over your color and not affect it. Okay, I've also been trying recently the LA Girl H2O Lock setting spray. It doesn't have any scent. It's been working very nicely. It has a great mister. Oh, I've got to show you my fan. This is that famous painting. I used to be able to tell you that it's the wave of or off in a certain coastline, but anyway. Now I have bangs and they hit right in here. So when I put lots of blush and stuff right there, sometimes my bangs can pick up the color. And I could use this really stinky L'Oreal stuff, or I have been using this Revolution Superfix. It's actually pretty good. It's not like a sprayer. It is a pump, even though it looks like a sprayer, but I just do it on each temple a little bit where my bangs would hit. And it does have a scent, but it's not anywhere near as overpowering as the L'Oreal. So I recommend it. And I almost forgot. I got a new Fenty highlighter. This one is called the Demi Glow in Too Much. And it looks like this. Isn't that pretty? It's very subtle. I like to use a more flat shaped brush, something like this. And I like to put it several places. There, now I feel complete. So this is my final look for the day. I don't think you can tell that I have Natasha Denona on this side and Wet n Wild on this side. And I've done this before and they wear the same. Big price difference though, so you might be able to save yourself some money if you've been wanting to try that. Um, Thank you for watching today. If you found me, you're one of the very first ones, so I hope you'll like and subscribe. I hope spending this time with me today took you away from the cares of the world for just a little while. And wherever you are, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you see me next time.